Mastering Body Language for Confidence and Power. Did you know that 93% of communication is nonverbal? Studies show that your body language, tonality, and even how you walk can determine how others perceive you, whether as a leader, a threat, or someone easily ignored. Albert Mehrabian's 738-55 rule from 1971 is often cited to suggest that 93% of communication is nonverbal, with 7% of meaning derived from words, 38% from tone of voice, and 55% from body language. However, it's crucial to understand that Mehrabian's study was specifically about communicating emotions and attitudes, not general communication. But here's the wildest part: body language doesn't just impact how others see you, it actually affects your safety. In fact, a groundbreaking study found that criminals can spot easy targets just by watching them walk, and what they look for might shock you. Listen to former Secret Service agent Evy Poumpouras share during her chat on the Diary of a CEO podcast.
Something. There's a study actually done. New York City, they put up cameras years ago, and they started recording people walking in New York City. Then they took the footage and they played it to convicted felons in prison. And they said to them, who would you pick as prey? They all picked the same people to prey on. All the same people, just by walk. There were 3 types of walk they found out. One walk was, I'm walking, I'm sloppy, I'm not paying attention, I'm just like in my own space. I have really no deliberate purpose in the way I'm moving my body. Target, easy prey. Other easy prey, my walk is small, I'm more timid, I'm kind of like not comfortable, I'm like paying attention. Easy prey. Those 2, bar none, were picked. You know who they didn't pick? The walk wasn't too sloppy big, it wasn't too small, it was right in the middle, and it's deliberate. I'm in control of my body, I'm looking around, I'm present, I own my space. That person I want nothing to do with. Those group of people were not picked to be targets. So we exude vibes, energy, all that stuff, but even this tool that we don't pay attention to, our body. Think about how you use it to portray yourself when you're out there. Am I commanding myself, or am I just not paying attention at all?
Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to carry yourself with unshakable confidence, and I'll give you a quick challenge to test it today. Key finding: the criminals instantly picked out who they believed were easy targets, and the pattern was clear. Those who slouched, had short strides, and avoided eye contact were seen as weak. But those who walked upright with a strong, steady pace were ignored. Your body language isn't just about looking confident. It determines how you're perceived by employers, by peers, even by potential threats. Now let's break down exactly how to adjust your body language so you can project confidence, authority, and strength. Section 2: Posture, the foundation of confidence. Harvard research found that holding a power pose for just 2 minutes can increase testosterone dominance hormone by 20% and reduce stress hormones cortisol by 25%. Listen to Amy Cuddy's eloquent TED Talk on the topic.
Powerful and effective leaders also have high testosterone and low cortisol. So what does that mean? When you think about power, people tended to think only about testosterone because that was about dominance. But really, power is also about how you react to stress. So do you want the high power leader that's dominant, high on testosterone, but really stress reactive? Probably not, right? You want the person who's powerful and assertive and dominant, but not very stress reactive, the person who's laid back. So we know that in primate hierarchies, if an alpha needs to take over, if an individual needs to take over an alpha role sort of suddenly, within a few days, that individual's testosterone has gone up significantly and his cortisol has dropped significantly. So we have this evidence, both that the body can shape the mind, at least at the facial level, and also that role changes can shape the mind. So what happens, okay, you take a role change. What happens if you do that at a really minimal level, like this tiny manipulation, this tiny intervention? For 2 minutes, you say, I want you to stand like this, and it's going to make you feel more powerful. So this is what we did. We decided to bring people into the lab and run a little experiment. And these people adopted for 2 minutes either high power poses or low power poses. And I'm just going to show you 5 of the poses, although they took on only 2. So here's one, couple more. This one has been dubbed the Wonder Woman by the media. Here are a couple more. So you can be standing or you can be sitting. And here are the low power poses. So you're folding up, you're making yourself small. This one is very low power. When you're touching your neck, you're really kind of protecting yourself. So this is what happens. They come in, they spit into a vial. We, for 2 minutes, say, you need to do this or this. They don't look at pictures of the poses. We don't want to prime them with the concept of power. We want them to be feeling power, right? So 2 minutes, they do this. We then ask them, how powerful do you feel on a series of items? And then we give them an opportunity to gamble. And then we take another saliva sample. That's it. That's the whole experiment. So this is what we find. Risk tolerance, which is the gambling. What we find is that when you're in the high power pose condition, 86% of you will gamble. When you're in the low power pose condition, only 60%. And that's a pretty whopping significant difference. Here's what we find on testosterone. From their baseline when they come in, high power people experience about a 20% increase, and low power people experience about a 10% decrease. So again, 2 minutes and you get these changes. Here's what you get on cortisol. High power people experience about a 25% decrease, and the low power people experience about a 15% increase. So 2 minutes lead to these hormonal changes that configure your brain to basically be either assertive, confident, and comfortable, or really stress reactive. And, feeling sort of shut down.
Stand tall, shoulders back, feet grounded. Avoid crossing arms or shrinking inward. Eye contact, the silent dominance. The Kellerman Eye Contact Study 1989. A study found that holding strong eye contact for just 2 minutes significantly increases trust and emotional connection. Use the triangle technique. Look between eyes and nose for natural engagement.
People meet you, they size you up. Oh, he seems like this, she seems like that. She seems like she's going to be this way. Project what you want them to feel. I'm here, I'm warm, I'm open. I'm happy to be here again. Thank you for having me. Let's talk. But at the same time, you can also think about how you sit, how you carry yourself, your voice, your tone. All these things play alone together. I know people talk about body language. It does play a role in the fact that, look, something as simple as when you go to meetings, are you in the meeting and you're like this, you're small, maybe you got your phone out, right? What am I doing? I'm making myself small. My hands aren't on the table because I don't think I'm worth putting my hand on the table, right? I want to literally make myself disappear. I'm not going to ask any questions. I'm going to maybe sit like this with my thing here, right? So this is telling you a story about me. It is. So it's a really subtle way to be like, why don't I sit with purpose? I'm going to sit like this. I'm going to have my arms out. I'm going to have my shoulders back. Something as simple as just my posture.
Section 3 gestures. Speak with your hands. Hand gestures increase engagement. Use open palm gestures to signal honesty. Avoid fidgeting or touching your face as it shows nervousness. Space and movement. Owning the room hash. Taking up space and leadership. Research from Berkeley found that people who take up more space are perceived as stronger leaders. Section 4 tonality, the hidden confidence signal. Evy Poumpouras illustrates tonality to perfection. Listen.
Your voice. Do I talk like this? Hi, I'm Evy. So nice to meet you. I'm so glad to be here. Hi, guys. Love it. Right? What kind of guest am I going to be? Right? But when I find my true voice and I own it, I slow down my speech. I bring down my tone and pitch to my true voice, to at least the most powerful voice, and I'm grounded. And I take my time. And I'm also, when I speak and I take my time, I'm letting you know I deserve to be here. What I'm saying deserves to be heard. And I deserve to take time for you to listen to me, as opposed to when I speak really, really fast because, hey guys, look, really quick. I don't want to take up anybody's time anymore. I know you're all busy. What do I just tell everybody? Don't listen to me. What I'm about to say isn't really relevant. And you're more important, and what I'm about to say really isn't. I just killed it. How many times do people finish meetings like that? Why are you saying that? You just told them, don't listen to me. These are subtle things that if we just pay attention to, you don't have to do a lot. You don't have to do a lot. There's no magic pill. There's no secret to this other than really own yourself and think about, what am I exuding with my energy, with my body, with my voice? Even your voice captures like so many things. Like your voice, it's like, you have to think of it like over your time in your life, your voice captures the things you've been through with. You were told to be quiet, be a good girl, be a good boy, don't talk loud, don't do this, don't do that. And you have to think like over time, this voice has become a bit mangled because other people around you were telling you how to use it. And often we're actually not using our true voice. It's the voice that we've sort of somehow manufactured and created based off of what everybody else told us it should sound like. And so you want to pay attention to that. Like, how do I sound?
The Yale Deep Voice Credibility Study Stern 2018. The study found that deeper, slower speech patterns are linked to higher perceived credibility. Lower your pitch slightly. Avoid upspeak, turning sentences into questions. Use strategic pauses to command attention. Section 5. Confidence Challenge. Walk into a public space with power posture. Hold eye contact 2 seconds longer than usual. Speak using calm, controlled tonality.
I really wanted to know, can you fake it till you make it? Like, can you do this just for a little while and actually experience a behavioral outcome that makes you seem more powerful? So we know that our nonverbals govern how other people think and feel about us. There's a lot of evidence, but our question really was, do our nonverbals govern how we think and feel about ourselves? There's some evidence that they do. So, for example, when we smile when we feel happy, but also when we're forced to smile by holding a pen in our teeth like this, it makes us feel happy. So it goes both ways. When it comes to power, it also goes both ways. So when you feel powerful, you're more likely to do this. But it's also possible that when you pretend to be powerful, you are more likely to actually feel powerful.
Confidence isn't just about what you say, it's about how you carry yourself. Master these skills and the world will see you differently. Drop a heart in the comments if you're trying this today. Which tip surprised you the most? Comment below. Subscribe for more science-backed confidence hacks.
See you in the next video.